Most people know that aging is natural, but not everyone realizes that certain quiet habits, especially in the early morning, can quietly speed up that process. After age 60, the body changes in many subtle ways. Joints may feel stiffer, skin may appear more wrinkled, energy may dip sooner in the day. But what if the way someone begins their morning is playing a bigger role than they ever imagined? Experts who work closely with older adults, like geriatric doctors, nutritionists, and sleep researchers, have found that what a person does in the first hour after waking up can set the tone for their entire day. It can either gently support the body's natural rhythms or unknowingly disrupt them. And over time, those little disruptions add up, quietly draining health, joy, and vitality. It's not about waking up at 5 a.m. or doing something extreme. In truth, it often comes down to just 3 common morning habits. They seem harmless. They may even feel comforting. But if left unchanged, they can silently work against the body's ability to age well. Now here's the good news. Each of these habits can be gently reversed, not with harsh discipline or strict routines, but with small, meaningful changes that truly work. And the results? They speak for themselves. Improved skin tone, better energy throughout the day, a clearer mind, stronger digestion, even better sleep at night. These are real results that people across America, just like you, have experienced. So before we dive in, here's something simple to do first. Tell me where you're watching from and leave a comment below. I'd love to know. Let's make this journey feel a little more connected. And just one important reminder before we begin, because your health deserves thoughtful care. The information in this video is for educational purposes only. Please speak with your doctor or healthcare provider to find out what's best for you personally. Now, let's take a slow, honest look at the 3 biggest morning mistakes that could be aging you, and how to turn them around starting tomorrow. 1. Mistake 1. Skipping morning hydration. The aging power of dehydration. Every morning, after a long night of rest, the body wakes up in a state of natural dehydration. It's gentle, quiet, and for most people, barely noticeable. But for someone over 60, this mild dehydration can make a world of difference. It can affect how stiff their knees feel, how clear their thinking is, how their skin looks in the mirror, and even how quickly they tire later in the day. And yet, many older adults, often without meaning to, start their day without a single sip of water. It's not out of laziness or neglect. It's usually just habit. Maybe they go straight for the coffee. Maybe they get busy with their morning routine, or simply don't feel thirsty right away. But the truth is, skipping hydration in the morning is one of the quietest ways aging speeds up. Let's look at what happens inside the body when this small habit is overlooked. Overnight, while the body sleeps, it continues to work. The brain processes memory. The liver clears toxins. The heart pumps. The lungs breathe. All this work happens without taking in any fluids. So by morning, even though it's subtle, the body cells are already craving water to function properly. Without enough hydration, the blood becomes slightly thicker. Circulation slows. Muscles feel heavier. Joints become less lubricated. Skin loses its glow. And the brain? It can feel foggy, slow to focus, or emotionally flat. Dr. Meredith Cohen, a geriatric wellness specialist based in Colorado, puts it simply, when we talk about aging well, water is step 1, especially in the morning. Think of it as oiling your engine before you drive. And the research backs her up. A 2020 study from the University of North Carolina found that older adults who started their day with a glass of water reported better energy, improved digestion, and more alertness within just 20 minutes of waking. But the benefits go deeper than just feeling awake. Water helps regulate the body's temperature, aids in flushing toxins, supports the kidneys, and keeps blood pressure more stable, an essential concern for older adults. Hydration also impacts skin health. As collagen production naturally slows with age, skin becomes thinner and more prone to dryness and wrinkles. While no drink can turn back time, consistent hydration can help the skin retain its elasticity and maintain a healthy glow, even as the years go by. So what's the best way to rehydrate in the morning? It doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler the better. The ideal routine for most people over 60 starts with a glass of room temperature or warm water, about 8 to 12 ounces, within 15 to 30 minutes of waking up. Warm water is often gentler on the stomach and easier to drink first thing. Some experts suggest adding a pinch of natural sea salt or a squeeze of fresh lemon juice to help restore essential minerals lost overnight. Others recommend infusing the water with cucumber slices or a few sprigs of mint for taste and added antioxidants. But the real key is consistency. One morning won't make a dramatic change, but 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, it begins to build. And that's where the transformation happens. People begin noticing fewer headaches, less dizziness when standing up, more regular digestion, clearer skin, and most of all, a deeper sense of vitality. Linda, a 67-year-old retired schoolteacher from Michigan, shared her experience after making this small change. I used to wake up feeling stiff and tired. I thought it was just part of getting older. But my daughter told me to try drinking a full glass of warm water before anything else. I didn't expect much, but after 2 weeks, I felt better in the mornings. I wasn't reaching for coffee out of desperation anymore. I had more energy, and even my digestion improved. Of course, water alone isn't magic, but the foundation, a quiet, powerful first step toward better mornings. And for older adults, especially those managing medications or chronic health conditions, hydration can even affect how well those treatments work. Dehydration can concentrate certain medications in the bloodstream, increasing their effects or side effects. Staying well hydrated helps the body process those medications more gently and effectively. Now, some older adults may feel cautious about increasing water intake due to concerns about frequent urination, especially at night. But drinking water in the morning rather than close to bedtime actually helps prevent those nighttime interruptions. It gives the body time to absorb and use the water throughout the day. And it teaches the body a healthier rhythm, hydrating early, releasing gently, and resting more peacefully at night. One small cup, one gentle action. It sounds so simple, and that's the beauty of it. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what's right at the right time. Reaching for that morning glass of water is like saying to the body, I'm listening. I'm supporting you. And that message, repeated day after day, becomes a quiet rhythm of healing. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee, before the headlines, before the to-do list, pause. Walk to the kitchen. Bois glace of water. Sip slowly. Let it reach every cell. Let's soften your joints, clear your thoughts, and remind your body that today is a day for care. This small choice, made first thing, can become the start of something bigger. A day that feels lighter, a face that feels fresher, a heart that feels stronger. And that, for anyone over 60, is a kind of youthful power worth protecting. 2. Mistake 2. Skipping a nourishing morning meal. How empty stomachs weaken aging bodies. For many older adults in America, breakfast has become something optional, something they might skip if they're not hungry, short on time, or simply don't feel like eating. Some may have heard that eating less can slow aging. Others might be managing blood sugar or cholesterol and think skipping meals helps. But here's what science and experience now show. Starting the day without a nourishing breakfast is one of the most common ways the aging process speeds up after 60, quietly but powerfully. Imagine the body like a car. After a long night of fasting, it wakes up with an empty tank. No protein to repair muscles. No healthy fats to support the brain. No fiber to move digestion. No fuel for steady energy. And yet, many older adults start the day this way, running on fumes. What happens next? By mid-morning, they may feel shaky, tired, or foggy. Their blood sugar may drop too low, leading to sudden cravings, irritability, or even dizziness. Over time, these patterns stress the body, especially the heart, brain, and muscles. But let's look deeper. Skipping breakfast doesn't just affect how someone feels in the morning. It affects how their body ages. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a long-term study showing that older adults who consistently ate a balanced breakfast had a lower risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and frailty. Breakfast was more than a meal. It acted like a gentle anchor for the body's internal rhythms. Without it, the body's systems, digestion, hormones, metabolism, begin the day unbalanced. And those imbalances, over time, show up as premature aging. There's also the emotional side. For many older Americans, breakfast used to be a cherished part of the day, a time to sit down, breathe, enjoy the morning sun. But modern routines have made it rushed, skipped, or turned into a lonely moment with a dry toast and instant coffee. That shift matters. Food is emotional. It's part of memory. And the loss of that rhythm can affect more than nutrition. It can affect mood, energy, and even sleep. So what makes a nourishing breakfast, especially for someone over 60? It doesn't have to be complicated, expensive, or trendy. In fact, the best breakfasts are simple and grounding. A nourishing morning meal should include 3 key elements: protein, healthy fat, and fiber. Protein helps repair muscle and maintain strength, especially important for older adults who naturally lose muscle mass with age. Think of eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or even a protein smoothie made with almond milk and a scoop of quality powder. Healthy fats nourish the brain and reduce inflammation, both crucial as the body ages. A few slices of avocado, a handful of walnuts, or a teaspoon of nut butter on whole grain toast can make a big difference. Fiber supports digestion and helps regulate blood sugar. Oatmeal with flax seeds and blueberries, a small bowl of chia pudding, or whole grain cereal with low-sugar almond milk. These meals not only satisfy, they heal from the inside. Take the story of James, a 72-year-old veteran from Indiana. For years, he skipped breakfast, thinking it wasn't necessary. "I thought I was saving calories," he shared, "but I was getting lightheaded in the mornings and couldn't focus. My doctor told me to try eating something with protein and fiber. I started with just eggs and fruit. Within a week, I had more energy and I wasn't crashing before lunch. It changed my whole day." Small meals can still be powerful. A boiled egg and half a banana. A slice of whole grain toast with almond butter. A small smoothie with spinach, berries, and Greek yogurt. These don't take much time, but they give the body the signal it needs. You're safe. You're nourished. Let's start the day strong. But there's another layer to this. Skipping breakfast affects hormones, especially cortisol and insulin. In the early morning, cortisol levels naturally rise. This is healthy. It helps the body wake up and get going. But if someone skips breakfast, cortisol stays higher for longer. Chronic high cortisol has been linked to faster aging, especially in the brain and skin. It can increase belly fat, disturb sleep, and even weaken the immune system. And insulin? When breakfast is skipped, the body often overreacts at the next meal, releasing more insulin than needed. This causes bigger spikes and drops in blood sugar, which can make someone feel even more tired, anxious, or hungry later. Over time, this roller coaster can lead to insulin resistance, a root cause of type 2 diabetes, which affects millions of older Americans. That's why a calm, steady breakfast isn't just a nice-to-have. It's one of the most powerful tools older adults can use to protect their health. When the body is nourished early, everything works better. Digestion becomes more regular. Mental clarity improves. Mood stabilizes. Skin looks more vibrant. Muscles feel stronger. And sleep at night is often deeper because the body knows it's been supported all day. Now, some might say, "But I'm not hungry in the morning." That's okay. Appetite can change with age, but that doesn't mean the body doesn't need fuel. Starting with something light like a half smoothie, a few bites of soft-boiled egg, or even a warm drink with protein can gently wake up the digestion. Over time, the body begins to expect food again, and appetite often returns naturally. Others may struggle with digestive discomfort in the morning. In these cases, warm, soft foods like oatmeal, banana, or gently cooked eggs can be easier to handle than cold, heavy meals. Drinking a small glass of warm lemon water before breakfast can also help stimulate digestion in a gentle way. The bottom line is this: starting the day nourished sends a message to every part of the body that it's supported. It's one of the simplest, most loving acts a person can offer themselves each morning. Not because they should, but because they deserve to feel strong, steady, and whole. So tomorrow, As the sun rises, take a moment. Sit down, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Light a candle. Play soft music. Prepare something warm and simple. Let breakfast become a ritual of renewal. A small act of self-care that says, I'm still here. I'm still growing. And this day matters. Because after 60, it's not about chasing youth. It's about building strength, peace, and presence, starting with the very first bite. 3. Mistake 3. Morning dehydration. How skipping water ages your cells. Every morning, the body wakes up slightly dehydrated. It's just part of being human. We lose water through breathing, sweating, and natural detoxing during sleep. But what happens next, what we do in the first hour after waking, can either gently rehydrate the body or unknowingly age it faster. For many older adults in the U.S., the habit of skipping that first glass of water is far more harmful than it seems. Morning dehydration may feel small, but over time, it chips away at the body's vitality, especially after age 60. Let's begin with a simple truth. Every single cell in the body depends on water. From a skin that holds us together to the brain that makes us who we are, hydration is the silent force that keeps things running smoothly. Yet studies show that older adults are more likely to live in a state of low-grade dehydration. Why? A few reasons. As we age, the sense of thirst becomes less sharp, the kidneys become less efficient, and many older adults limit fluids to avoid frequent bathroom trips. Add to that morning routines without water, and the result is a daily cycle of dryness that slowly wears the body down. Think of a houseplant that hasn't been watered. Its leaves start to droop. It looks dull. It stops growing. The same thing happens in the human body, just more quietly. Dehydration in the morning can cause fatigue, muscle cramps, joint stiffness, dry skin, headaches, and even confusion. The heart has to work harder to pump thickened blood. The brain becomes slower to process. Muscles lose their flexibility. Even the eyes and mouth become dry. And over time, these effects add up, not just in how someone feels, but in how their body ages. Here's the good news. Just one habit, a glass of water in the morning, can begin to reverse this pattern. In fact, many doctors and geriatric specialists in the U.S. now recommend what's often called the wake-up water ritual. It's simple. Within 15 to 30 minutes of waking, drink 12 to 16 ounces of clean, room-temperature water. Not coffee, not juice, just water. Take Margaret, a 68-year-old retired schoolteacher from Vermont. She used to wake up groggy and achy every morning. She blamed it on age and arthritis. But after reading about morning hydration, she decided to try something different. I started keeping a glass of water by my bed. Before I even stood up, I'd sip half of it. Within a week, I noticed my joints didn't feel so stiff. I had more energy. I didn't expect such a simple thing to make such a big difference. That's because water isn't just about thirst, it's about function. In the morning, water helps flush out the toxins the body processed overnight. It jumpstarts digestion, wakes up the kidneys, and even supports metabolism. In fact, mild dehydration can slow metabolism by up to 3%, which may not sound like much, but over months and years, it contributes to weight gain and fatigue. For older adults who may already feel their energy slipping, this is an easy win. But it's not only about physical health. Hydration affects cognitive aging too. The brain is nearly 75% water. When dehydrated, even slightly, it becomes harder to concentrate, recall names, or process information. Some older adults fear that their forgetfulness is the beginning of cognitive decline, but sometimes it's simply the result of not drinking enough. Research published in the journal Nutrition Reviews has linked chronic dehydration to impaired brain function in older populations. A simple glass of water in the morning won't cure memory problems, but it can sharpen clarity and help the mind feel more alert and alive. So how can older adults build this habit without feeling overwhelmed? It starts with ease and consistency. For many, the best approach is to prepare the night before. Place a tall glass or stainless steel bottle of filtered water on the nightstand or kitchen counter. Keep it visible. In the morning, before doing anything else, before checking the phone, before sipping coffee, Drink it slowly. Take a moment to feel it move through the body. Let it become a small act of self-care, like a gift to one's future self. If plain water feels too plain, try infusing it with a slice of lemon, a sprig of mint, or a few cucumber slices. These gentle flavors can encourage the habit and add natural antioxidants. Some older adults even find that adding a pinch of sea salt or a splash of coconut water helps the body retain hydration, especially after a hot night or if taking medications that deplete electrolytes. Another tip: avoid cold water first thing. It can shock the digestive system. Instead, choose room temperature or warm water, which soothes the gut and helps ease morning stiffness. Some people enjoy detox water, warm water with lemon and a dash of apple cider vinegar, which can aid digestion and gently wake up the liver. Of course, coffee is a beloved part of many American mornings. It doesn't have to go away, but it shouldn't come first. Coffee acts as a mild diuretic, meaning it encourages the body to release water. If someone drinks coffee before rehydrating, it can deepen the dehydration and lead to headaches or sluggishness. Think of water as the foundation. Coffee is the bonus. Some may worry, if I drink water early, I'll need to use the bathroom more often. And yes, that can happen. But it's also a sign that the kidneys are working properly, that the body is flushing toxins, and that circulation is improving. Over time, the body adjusts, and many find that consistent hydration actually helps with constipation, blood pressure regulation, and clearer skin. Speaking of skin, water is one of the most natural ways to maintain a youthful glow. While no cream can erase the signs of time, hydration from within can soften fine lines, reduce puffiness, and give the skin a healthier appearance. Dehydrated skin looks dry and aged, not because of wrinkles, but because it lacks the fullness and elasticity that water brings. So why does this mistake persist? For many older adults, it simply hasn't been emphasized. Doctors might focus on medications, diet, or blood pressure, but water often gets overlooked. Yet it's foundational. And the beautiful part is it costs nothing. No pills, no supplements, no fancy machines, just clean water taken with intention. It's never too late to begin. Even if someone has gone decades without this habit, starting tomorrow with a full glass of water can begin to shift the body's chemistry toward healing. It may not seem dramatic, but the body notices. And the body, especially after 60, appreciates consistency more than perfection. In the quiet of the morning, when the day is still fresh, there's something powerful about beginning with water. It says, I care for myself. I want to feel well today. That message ripples out to every part of the body, cell by cell, organ by organ. Because aging doesn't have to mean declining. It can mean refining, strengthening, and choosing small acts of care that add up to a longer, more vibrant life. And tomorrow, it all starts with a single glass. 4. Solution 1. The 3 Anchor Morning Reset to rebuild youthful energy. There's a quiet strength in routines, especially for those over 60. Life has offered many seasons, and while change is inevitable, the body still craves rhythm. After years of pushing through fatigue, pain, or stiffness, many older adults begin to feel like their energy is simply fading with age. But what if that wasn't entirely true? What if the body, even now, just needs a better kind of morning? That's where the 3 Anchor Morning Reset comes in. It's a simple yet powerful method developed by health coaches and geriatric wellness experts across the U.S. One that's been quietly transforming mornings for people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. It's not about extreme habits or waking up at 5 a.m. It's about creating 3 small, steady morning anchors that reset the body's energy, clarity, and calm without stress. This approach focuses on 3 gentle practices: rehydrate, reawaken, and reconnect. Each one is carefully timed, requires no fancy equipment, and can be done in under 20 minutes total. When done consistently, they help reverse the silent morning mistakes that age the body, from dehydration to inflammation to mental fog. Let's begin with Anchor 1, rehydrate. By now, it's clear that water is non-negotiable. After a long night of rest, the body is thirsty. Anchor 1 is about drinking 12 to 16 ounces of water, ideally room temperature or warm, within the first 30 minutes of waking. It may include a slice of lemon or a dash of sea salt if needed. The key is intention. This isn't just a sip. It's a signal to the kidneys, the brain, and the entire digestive system. It's time to wake up. Think of it like turning on the lights in every room of the house. Many older adults who adopt this habit report clearer thinking, fewer headaches, and more regular digestion within just a week. It's a first step toward vitality and the foundation of the morning reset. Now comes Anchor 2, Reawaken. This is gentle movement, not exercise in the traditional sense. No need for yoga mats or fitness classes. Just 3 to 5 minutes of slow, intentional motion to reawaken muscles and joints. It could be as simple as arm circles, shoulder rolls, standing marches, or light stretching while still seated. Some people enjoy stretching with their hands against a wall or holding the back of a chair. Others take a short walk down the hallway or out onto the porch. Why does this matter? Because after sleep, the lymphatic system, our internal cleanup crew, needs help circulating. Light movement gets that process going. It also lubricates stiff joints, wakes up sleepy muscles, and eases chronic pain. According to the Arthritis Foundation, just a few minutes of gentle movement in the morning can reduce joint discomfort by up to 20% throughout the day. Take Tom, a 72-year-old veteran from Nebraska. For years, his mornings were painful. I used to need almost an hour just to feel like I could move, he said. But after learning this anchor method, I started doing a few wall push-ups and knee lifts while brushing my teeth. It sounds silly, but it changed everything. Now, my body wakes up faster. The idea isn't to burn calories. It's to awaken circulation. Many older Americans make the mistake of believing they have to go big or go home with exercise. But aging bodies thrive with small, frequent nudges, especially in the morning. Think of this anchor as oiling the gears of the day. Finally, Anchor 3, Reconnect. This one touches the heart more than the body. It's a moment of stillness, prayer, gratitude, or journaling. Just 2 or 3 minutes to mentally and emotionally reconnect with life. Some people close their eyes and take 5 deep breaths. Others write down 3 things they're grateful for. Some sit quietly on the porch with their coffee, watching the birds or listening to the wind. The goal is to center the mind and remind the soul, I'm here. I am alive. Today matters. For older adults, this anchor can be especially powerful. After retirement or the loss of routine, many feel unmoored. Some feel lonely, especially if they've lost a spouse or live far from family. Reconnecting, however briefly, can reduce stress, regulate blood pressure, and lower cortisol levels. In fact, a 2021 study in psychosomatic medicine found that older adults who practiced morning gratitude had better sleep, reduced inflammation markers, and improved overall well-being. Let's take Mary, 66, from Oregon. My mornings used to be so rushed, even in retirement, she shared. But now I sit on the edge of my bed, breathe deeply, and thank God for one thing. Just one. It centers me. I feel calmer heading into the day. The best part about the 3 anchor method is its flexibility. It doesn't have to look perfect. It just needs to be consistent. Rehydrate, reawaken, reconnect. When older adults make these 3 steps part of their morning rhythm, everything else flows easier. Digestion improves. Mood stabilizes. Energy lasts longer. And the day starts not in a rush, but with purpose. This isn't just theory, it's practice. Across the U.S., community centers, senior wellness groups, and retirement coaches are teaching these morning anchors to help older Americans regain a sense of control. They're accessible, they're safe, and they respect the pace of aging bodies. Some helpful tips to make the 3 anchor morning reset easier. Prepare the night before. Set out your water. Write a note of gratitude on your nightstand. Place a reminder near your coffee pot. Keep it visual. A post-it note with RRR, rehydrate, reawaken, reconnect, on your mirror can keep you on track. Share it. Invite a spouse or friend to do the anchors with you. Call a neighbor. Send a good morning text with what you're grateful for. Connection makes habits stick. Be kind to yourself. If one morning is off, simply begin again tomorrow. The goal is not perfection, it's care. Ultimately, the 3-anchor morning reset isn't about reversing every sign of aging. It's about reclaiming the first hour of the day, gently, intentionally, and with joy. Because after 60, energy isn't found in doing more. It's found in doing what matters most. And sometimes, what matters most is just 3 simple steps. 5. Solution 2. How to balance your morning blood sugar to prevent silent aging. One of the less obvious, but deeply impactful morning mistakes aging adults make is neglecting the balance of their blood sugar after waking. This silent shift can speed up aging and rob the body of vital energy without most people realizing it. Blood sugar, or glucose, is the fuel the body relies on for energy. When it fluctuates wildly, it triggers inflammation, oxidative stress, and hormone imbalances that chip away at health over time. For people over 60, maintaining stable morning blood sugar is a secret key to feeling vibrant and protecting against chronic diseases common with age. After an overnight fast, blood sugar levels naturally dip. The body needs to gently rise from this low state without spikes or crashes. Unfortunately, many Americans, especially older adults, start their day with foods or drinks that send their blood sugar soaring and then plummeting. Think sugary cereals, pastries, sweetened coffee drinks, or even skipping breakfast and then eating heavily later. These habits create a roller coaster effect that stresses the pancreas and causes insulin resistance over time, a major factor in type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and accelerated aging. Why does this matter in the morning? Because those first few hours set the tone for the whole day. If blood sugar is balanced, energy is steady, brain function is sharp, and mood is stable. If it's unbalanced, fatigue, irritability, and brain fog often follow. Even more concerning, persistent blood sugar swings fuel inflammation that damages blood vessels, nerves, and organs. Dr. Susan Miller, a gerontologist in Boston, explains blood sugar balance is a critical piece of aging well. We know that inflammation is at the root of many chronic conditions, from arthritis to Alzheimer's. Keeping blood sugar steady in the morning is like closing the door on inflammation before it starts. So how can older adults build a morning routine that supports healthy blood sugar? It begins with thoughtful choices around what to eat and when. Here are some key principles supported by nutrition experts across the U.S. Avoid high-sugar breakfasts. This means steering clear of sugary cereals, muffins, pancakes drenched in syrup, and even many commercial fruit juices. These cause rapid spikes in blood glucose followed by crashes. Prioritize protein and healthy fats early, including protein sources like eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, nuts, or lean meats with breakfast helps slow glucose absorption and keeps insulin response steady. Healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, or nut butters provide sustained energy and support brain health. Add fiber-rich foods. Whole grains such as oats or bran, fresh vegetables, or berries contain fiber that further slows digestion and glucose release. Consider timing of breakfast. Some studies suggest that a modest delay in breakfast after hydration and light movement can help stabilize morning glucose. But this depends on individual health status, so it's important to listen to the body and consult healthcare providers. Take John, a 65-year-old retired firefighter from Texas. He used to start his day with a large sugary coffee drink and a donut, feeling a quick rush but then crashing mid-morning. Over time, he gained weight and developed prediabetes. After working with a nutritionist, he switched to a breakfast of scrambled eggs with spinach and a small handful of almonds, along with his morning water ritual. Within weeks, he noticed he felt fuller longer, had fewer energy crashes, and even his blood sugar numbers improved. Another example is Linda, 70, from Florida, who was struggling with afternoon fatigue. She realized her sweet cereal breakfast was part of the problem. She started making overnight oats with chia seeds, fresh berries, and a dollop of unsweetened almond butter. It's delicious and keeps me steady all morning, she said. I feel more like myself again. In addition to food choices, some older adults benefit from monitoring their blood sugar levels. especially those with diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Continuous glucose monitors, CGMs, have become more accessible and can provide valuable insight into how specific foods impact glucose throughout the day. This data empowers better decisions and fosters a sense of control over health. Besides diet, stress management also plays a role. Morning cortisol spikes due to stress can raise blood sugar. Gentle breathing exercises or brief meditation during the reconnect anchor of a morning reset can help blunt these effects. It's also important to avoid excessive caffeine on an empty stomach, which can cause blood sugar instability and nervousness. Enjoying coffee after a balanced breakfast or alongside protein and fiber is a wiser choice. In practical terms, a balanced morning meal might look like this: a small omelet with vegetables, a slice of whole grain toast with avocado, or a bowl of Greek yogurt topped with nuts and berries. These meals support the metabolism and protect against the silent aging effects of sugar swings. But habits are more than just what's on the plate. They're about consistency and self-compassion. For older adults who have long favored sweet breakfasts, change can feel challenging. Yet, starting with one swap a day or simply adding protein to the usual routine can begin to steady the blood sugar rhythm. Nutritionist Karen Lee, who works with seniors in California, reminds us, small changes build momentum. It's not about perfection, but about kindness to your body. Each balanced morning meal is a vote for your health and longevity. Remember, too, that hydration, covered in the previous section, complements blood sugar control. Water helps dilute blood glucose and supports kidney function. Together, these habits create a healthier internal environment. Finally, older adults should discuss any new dietary changes with their healthcare providers, especially if they take medication for diabetes or other chronic conditions. Adjustments may be needed to avoid hypoglycemia or other side effects. In summary, balancing morning blood sugar is a quiet but powerful way to slow the aging process. It reduces inflammation, protects the brain and heart, stabilizes energy, and fosters a sense of well-being. And it doesn't require drastic dieting, just mindful food choices, good hydration, and gentle habits. In this way, mornings become a time of renewal instead of decline, a chance to reclaim strength and vitality, one balanced bite at a time. 6. Solution 3. How to cultivate a positive morning mindset to slow aging gracefully. Mornings set the emotional tone for the day, especially for those navigating the rich, complex years after 60. While many focus on physical habits like hydration and nutrition, there's an equally powerful, often overlooked tool: the mind. How we think and feel in the morning can silently accelerate aging or gently slow it down. This is the third biggest mistake many aging adults make: neglecting the morning mindset. Yet, the science and stories from across the U.S. tell us that a positive, calm, and intentional start can transform health, mood, and longevity in ways that physical routines alone cannot. Why is mindset so critical? Research shows that chronic stress, anxiety, and negative thought patterns release hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. When these are elevated too often or too long, they cause inflammation, weaken the immune system, and contribute to many diseases common in older adults, from heart disease to dementia. Dr. Michael Andrews, a psychologist specializing in aging in Chicago, explains the mind-body connection is powerful. How a person starts their day sets a cascade of biochemical events that affect their health all day long and repeated daily throughout their lives. Unfortunately, many older adults wake up feeling overwhelmed by worries about health, finances, family, or the future. This emotional burden is a heavy load that can weigh down the entire day. Morning news, social media, or even rushed routines often amplify these feelings. The good news is that cultivating a positive morning mindset doesn't require complicated techniques or hours of practice. It's about creating small, meaningful rituals that anchor the mind in gratitude, presence, and hope. Over time, these habits create a resilient mental framework that supports graceful aging. One of the simplest, most effective tools is the practice of morning gratitude. This could be as brief as silently naming 3 things one is thankful for: family, a sunny day, good health. Studies from institutions like the University of California, Davis, confirm that gratitude practices reduce cortisol levels, improve sleep quality, and enhance emotional well-being in older adults. It's a moment to shift focus from what's lacking or challenging to what's abundant and meaningful. Consider Helen, a 68-year-old retired schoolteacher from Michigan. She began each morning writing down 3 things she appreciated, no matter how small. Over months, she noticed her outlook brightened, and her chronic arthritis pain felt less overwhelming. "It's like my mind stops racing and my body relaxes," she shared. "Gratitude grounds me in what really matters." Another powerful mindset habit is mindful breathing or meditation. Just 5 minutes of slow, deep breathing can reduce anxiety and calm a nervous system. It helps regulate heart rate and lowers blood pressure, 2 critical factors in healthy aging. Many community centers across the U.S. now offer mindfulness classes tailored for seniors, recognizing their profound benefits. For James, 72, from Colorado, morning meditation became a lifeline after losing his spouse. "It's a quiet moment where I reconnect with myself and find peace," he said. "That peace carries me through tough days." Mindfulness doesn't require silence or solitude. It can be a mindful walk, a few moments watching birds, or simply paying attention to sensations while washing the face. Positive affirmations are another gentle way to reframe the morning. These are short, encouraging statements such as, "I am strong and capable," or "Today is a fresh start." Though they may feel simple or even awkward at first, affirmations influence subconscious beliefs and promote a sense of control and optimism. When practiced daily, they support mental resilience. Of course, mindset isn't just about solo practices. Social connection nurtures emotional health. Engaging in a morning phone call with a loved one, sharing a moment with a pet, or participating in group activities can boost serotonin and reduce feelings of loneliness. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many older adults discovered the healing power of virtual connections for maintaining mental health. It's important to note that cultivating a positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring real challenges or emotions. It means allowing space for all feelings while choosing to nurture hope and strength. Acceptance is a key part of emotional health in later years. Experts also emphasize the value of setting small, achievable intentions each morning. Instead of overwhelming goals, intentions might include, "I will walk outside today," or "I will call my daughter." These simple commitments create a sense of purpose and accomplishment, boosting dopamine and motivation. As Dr. Karen Liu, a geriatric psychiatrist in New York, points out, purpose and connection are vital ingredients for healthy aging. They help the brain stay active, reduce depression, and improve quality of life. Finally, a positive morning mindset supports physical health by encouraging behaviors like healthy eating, gentle movement, and adequate rest. It creates a virtuous cycle where mental and physical wellness reinforce each other. For older adults interested in starting this mindset practice, here are some gentle steps. Begin with gratitude. Each morning, name 3 things you appreciate. Write them down or say them aloud. Practice mindful breathing. Take 5 deep breaths, focusing on the rise and fall of your chest. Use affirmations. Choose one simple, positive phrase and repeat it slowly. Connect socially. Reach out to a friend or family member, even briefly. Set an intention. Decide on one achievable goal for the day. Allow all feelings. It's okay to feel worried or sad. Acknowledge it, then gently return to your practice. The journey to a positive morning mindset is just that, a journey. It unfolds gently, with patience and kindness. And for those over 60, it's a profound act of self-care that honors decades of experience, resilience, and wisdom. This morning mindset isn't a quick fix, but a lifelong gift. It helps older adults live fully present, reduce the invisible toll of stress, and invite joy into each new day. As the saying goes, how you start your morning is how you live your life. For many seniors across America, this truth is becoming a hopeful beacon, proof that aging gracefully is as much about the mind as the body. 7. How quality sleep and morning habits work together to support youthful energy. For people over 60, sleep is more than just rest. It's the foundation upon which health and vitality are rebuilt every day. Yet, the silent erosion of quality sleep is one of the most common morning mistakes, accelerating aging without many realizing it. When sleep is poor or disrupted, it affects not only how refreshed one feels upon waking, but also influences metabolism, immune function, brain health, and mood throughout the day. The connection between good sleep and morning habits is a delicate dance, especially for older adults who face unique challenges in maintaining both. As people age, natural changes occur in the sleep cycle. Deep restorative sleep tends to decrease, while lighter sleep and awakenings become more frequent. Conditions like arthritis, restless leg syndrome, or medications can interfere further. These disruptions prevent the brain from fully recharging and the body from repairing tissues and regulating hormones like growth hormone and melatonin. The result can be morning grogginess, cognitive fog, weakened immunity, and increased inflammation, all contributors to the silent aging process. Dr. Linda Thompson, a sleep specialist working with older adults in Seattle, notes, sleep quality profoundly affects aging. Poor sleep can mimic the effects of chronic stress and inflammation. When mornings start with exhaustion, it's a red flag that sleep health needs attention. The good news is that morning routines can be designed to support and enhance the benefits of quality sleep. Equally, good sleep habits the night before lay the groundwork for a morning full of energy and focus. Let's explore how these two aspects work hand in hand and how seniors can harness them for a more youthful, vibrant life. First, it's important to understand the signs of poor sleep that impact mornings. Difficulty waking, reliance on caffeine or naps to get through the day, memory lapses, irritability, and slow reaction times. These signs indicate the body isn't completing its nightly renewal. To improve sleep quality, many experts recommend establishing a calming bedtime routine, before morning habits come into play. This might include avoiding screens for an hour, limiting caffeine after mid-afternoon, and creating a comfortable sleep environment with darkness, quiet, and cool temperatures. But mornings also offer a chance to reinforce sleep benefits by how the day begins. For instance, gentle exposure to natural light soon after waking helps reset the body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm. This rhythm controls sleep-wake cycles and hormone release. Bright morning light signals the brain to reduce melatonin, the sleep hormone, and increase cortisol, which promotes alertness. Many seniors find that opening curtains or stepping outside for a brief walk in the morning sunlight improves their mood and daytime alertness. Susan, 67, from Vermont, shares, "Even on chilly mornings, those first few minutes outside help me feel alive and reset after a restless night." Physical activity in the morning is another powerful ally. Light stretching, yoga, or walking stimulates circulation and encourages the release of endorphins, natural mood boosters. Moving the body also helps regulate body temperature and metabolism, both important for quality sleep the following night. Hydration, already discussed as crucial, ties in closely here. Overnight, the body loses fluids. Drinking a glass of water soon after waking supports circulation and detoxification processes, making the body feel fresher and more ready to take on the day. Nutrition in the morning also influences how well the body can fall asleep the next night. A balanced breakfast with protein, fiber, and healthy fats stabilizes blood sugar and energy, preventing the roller coaster that can interfere with sleep patterns. Another essential morning habit linked to better sleep is managing stress. Gentle breathing exercises or a brief meditation session can calm the nervous system. This not only improves mood, but reduces the production of stress hormones that might linger and disrupt the next night's rest. It's also wise for older adults to avoid stimulating activities first thing in the morning, such as intense news consumption or stressful phone calls. These can spike cortisol levels unnecessarily and increase anxiety, which can carry over to sleep problems. Consider the story of Robert, 72, from Arizona, who struggled for years with insomnia and daytime fatigue. After working with a sleep coach, he started opening his blinds every morning, doing 10 minutes of gentle yoga, and journaling 3 positive things before breakfast. Within weeks, Robert reported more restful nights and brighter mornings. "I didn't realize how much my mornings were affecting my nights," he said. "It's like I finally found the rhythm I'd been missing." Medical conditions affecting sleep, such as sleep apnea, should also be addressed by consulting healthcare providers. Untreated conditions can severely impact both sleep and morning vitality. In some cases, devices like CPAP machines or positional therapy make a significant difference. It's equally important to maintain a consistent wake-up time, even on weekends. This consistency strengthens the circadian rhythm and helps the body predict when to release sleep and wake hormones. Disrupted or irregular sleep-wake cycles confuse the body and worsen sleep quality, which then affects mornings. Older adults may also benefit from limiting naps to 20 to 30 minutes earlier in the day to avoid interfering with nighttime sleep. Short, strategic naps can boost alertness without the grogginess that long naps bring. Finally, integrating gentle self-compassion about sleep difficulties can ease anxiety around bedtime and mornings. Many seniors feel frustrated or worried when sleep is elusive. Recognizing that occasional restless nights are normal and focusing on supportive habits creates a positive mindset that helps break the cycle of sleep disruption. To summarize, the partnership between quality sleep and morning habits is a cornerstone of healthy aging. When older adults nurture sleep with thoughtful nighttime practices and reinforce it with gentle, mindful morning routines, they tap into a natural, powerful anti-aging strategy. Mornings become a time of renewal, not struggle, a time to awaken the body and mind with light, movement, nourishment, and calm. Sleep no longer feels like a distant dream, but a daily, accessible gift that fuels joy, clarity, and strength. As more seniors across America discover this balance, they reclaim not just years, but quality of life. This harmony between night and morning creates a foundation for graceful aging and enduring vitality. 8. The vital role of hydration and gentle movement in the morning to combat silent aging. As we reach the later decades of life, small daily habits gain tremendous power in shaping overall health and well-being. Among these, morning hydration and gentle movement stand out as foundational pillars in slowing down the silent aging process that often goes unnoticed. For many adults over 60 in the U.S., the body's natural systems slow down and the risk of dehydration and muscle stiffness increases. These factors, if not addressed thoughtfully, quietly contribute to fatigue, joint pain, decreased mobility, and cognitive decline. Fortunately, embracing simple morning rituals centered on drinking water and moving the body with care can create a ripple effect of positive changes that enhance vitality and independence. Why is hydration so crucial, especially after 60? The human body is about 60% water, and this proportion doesn't change drastically with age. Yet, older adults often experience diminished thirst sensation, making it easy to go through the day without drinking enough fluids. Add to that medications like diuretics or conditions such as kidney disease, and the risk of dehydration becomes real and impactful. Dehydration can cause confusion, constipation, dry skin, and even increase the risk of falls due to muscle weakness or dizziness. This silent threat accelerates aging quietly but surely. Morning is the perfect time to replenish fluids because the body loses water overnight through breathing, sweating, and natural metabolic processes. Starting the day with a glass or two of water kickstarts metabolism, helps flush out toxins, and supports brain function. According to the National Institute on Aging, even mild dehydration can impair concentration and increase fatigue in older adults. Drinking water mindfully each morning is one of the simplest ways to give the body what it needs to stay sharp and strong. Complementing hydration, gentle morning movement awakens stiff joints and muscles, promotes circulation, and supports balance. After a long night of rest, the body naturally stiffens, especially for those with arthritis or age-related muscle loss. Yet, movement doesn't have to be strenuous or complicated to be effective. Light stretching, tai chi, or slow walking around the home or yard are excellent options. Research from a Mayo Clinic highlights that even 10 to 15 minutes of daily gentle exercise improves muscle strength, joint flexibility, and mood for older adults. The act of moving also stimulates lymphatic drainage, which aids the immune system and encourages healthy digestion. These small movements set the tone for the entire day, reducing aches and improving energy levels. Consider the story of Marie, 75, living in Florida, who began each morning with a warm glass of lemon water, followed by gentle stretching beside her garden. She noticed that her morning stiffness diminished, and she felt more energized throughout the day. "It's become a sacred time," she said. "I cherish those moments because they remind me I'm still active and capable." For hydration, adding a squeeze of lemon or a splash of herbal tea can make water more appealing without added sugar or caffeine. Hydration in the morning is not only about quantity, but quality. Choosing fluids that nourish rather than dehydrate is essential. Avoiding sugary juices or excessive caffeinated beverages early on helps prevent energy crashes and dehydration later. Morning movement also encourages deeper breathing, which enhances oxygen flow to the brain and muscles. This increased oxygenation sharpens cognitive function and supports cardiovascular health, two vital aspects of aging well. Balance and fall prevention are critical concerns as people age, and morning movement routines can address these effectively. Simple balance exercises, such as standing on one foot or slow heel-to-toe walking, build strength and coordination. These exercises help maintain independence and reduce the fear of falling, which can otherwise lead to social isolation and depression. Hydration and movement also influence mood. Dehydration is linked to irritability and mood swings, while physical activity triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals. Together, these habits create a mental and physical uplift that helps older adults start their day positively. Incorporating these habits is easier with intention and routine. Experts suggest placing a water glass by the bedside as a reminder to drink upon waking and setting aside a few minutes for movement before breakfast. Community centers and senior programs increasingly offer morning exercise classes, recognizing the importance of social motivation and structure. Importantly, these habits can be adapted to individual needs and abilities. Those with limited mobility can benefit from chair exercises or gentle arm and leg movements. Hydration reminders can include flavored water or ice cubes with herbs to make the experience enjoyable. It's also vital to monitor hydration status throughout the day. Signs like dark urine, dry mouth, or headaches indicate a need to increase fluid intake. Regular hydration supports kidney function, a crucial organ that tends to weaken with age. For many older Americans, morning hydration and movement become an act of self-love and respect for their body's needs. It's not about pushing limits, but honoring the wisdom that comes with years lived. In summary, drinking water and moving gently each morning do more than prevent discomfort. They address the silent forces of aging by nurturing the body's resilience, improving circulation, and maintaining mental clarity. These habits restore a sense of control and well-being, empowering seniors to live fuller, more active lives. As more older adults embrace these simple, natural practices, they build a strong foundation that supports health from the inside out. These morning rituals become a daily celebration of life's ongoing potential. As we reach the final part of this journey together, it's important to reflect on the small, practical actions that anyone over 60 can take immediately to reverse silent aging and welcome each day with renewed strength and joy. Often, when we hear about improving health or reversing aging, the ideas can feel overwhelming or complicated. But the truth is, some of the most effective changes are surprisingly simple, gentle, and deeply respectful of the wisdom and experience that come with age. This last section ties together everything we've explored so far and offers you straightforward steps to begin right now, plus a heartfelt message of encouragement for the years ahead. One of the most powerful truths about aging well is that it doesn't require drastic or expensive interventions. It starts with paying attention to how you wake up, how you treat your body in those first few hours, and how you listen to what it needs. You have already learned about the biggest morning mistakes that silently accelerate aging: skipping hydration, neglecting gentle movement, and ignoring the importance of quality sleep and stress management. Now, the key is to take those lessons and turn them into daily habits. First, start each morning by drinking a glass of water. Keep it simple. No need for fancy drinks or complicated recipes. Just pure, fresh water to rehydrate your body after the night's rest. This action alone can make a big difference in how you feel throughout the day. As many seniors have shared, this habit helps reduce fatigue, supports digestion, and wakes up your brain. Try placing a glass of water next to your bed the night before so it's ready when you wake. This small cue can create a powerful routine. Next, gently move your body for at least 10 to 15 minutes every morning. This could be stretching, a slow walk, or even a few yoga poses adapted to your comfort and ability. The goal is not to push yourself hard, but to reconnect with your body, improve circulation, and ease stiffness that often comes with age. Many older adults find that morning movement helps reduce joint pain and improves mood, making the entire day feel more manageable and even enjoyable. Remember also to expose yourself to natural light early in the day. Open your curtains, step outside, or sit near a sunny window. Morning light helps reset your body's internal clock, promotes alertness, and supports better sleep cycles. This natural rhythm is essential for maintaining youthful energy and mental clarity. Managing stress calmly in the morning is equally important. Simple breathing exercises, meditation, or quiet reflection can ease your mind and prepare you emotionally for the day ahead. Stress that goes unchecked often worsens aging by increasing inflammation and interfering with sleep, so this gentle pause is a gift you give yourself. As you begin to build these habits, keep in mind that consistency matters more than perfection. Some mornings will be easier than others. That's perfectly normal. What counts is returning to these positive actions regularly, giving yourself grace when life gets busy or challenging. It's also essential to be proactive about your health. Regular checkups with your doctor, asking questions about medications, and addressing sleep or mobility issues promptly will help you stay ahead of potential problems. The goal is not to fear aging, but to embrace it wisely, using knowledge and care to live fully. Connecting with others can enhance motivation and joy on this path. Joining a community group, exercise class, or even a walking buddy can make mornings more social and fun. Many seniors in the U.S. find that sharing their journey with friends or family strengthens their commitment and provides emotional support. Most importantly, remind yourself daily that age is not a limitation, but a chapter rich with opportunity. The choices you make in your morning routine reflect your respect for your body, your mind, and your future. Every glass of water, every gentle stretch, every breath taken with intention is an act of love toward yourself and those who cherish you. Think about the moments you spend with family, whether it's a grandchild smile or a shared meal with a partner. These moments become brighter and more meaningful when you feel energetic and vibrant. By taking care of your mornings, you nurture the life that supports these precious connections. In closing, the message is simple but profound. Aging gracefully and healthfully starts with small steps that you can take today. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, invite gentle changes, listen closely to your body's needs, and celebrate the progress you make each day. This approach is respectful, realistic, and empowering. Remember, growing older doesn't mean slowing down. It means living smarter, kinder, and with more purpose. The habits discussed throughout this series, Hydration, movement, quality sleep, stress management are tools for reclaiming control and joy in your life. So why wait? Pour yourself a glass of water now, stretch your body gently, and welcome the new day with a grateful heart. The path to better health and a more youthful spirit is right in front of you, ready to be walked one morning at a time. Age is truly just a number. With intention, kindness, and simple daily actions, anyone can turn back the clock on silent aging and enjoy many more vibrant years with family, friends, and themselves. To all the amazing seniors watching, remember, you have the power to make every morning a fresh start. The journey to feeling better begins with that first sip of water and that first step. Here's to living well, loving deeply, and thriving beautifully, no matter your age. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Your journey to better health and vibrant living is truly inspiring, and we're honored to be part of it. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more wonderful people like you. We'd love to hear from you too, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts, experiences, or stories in the comments below. Your voice matters and can inspire others on their own path. Remember, every step you take toward caring for yourself is a step toward a brighter, healthier future. Stay well, stay hopeful, and we'll see you in the next video.